In this demo, we will give you an example of how to export a meeting from 360, how to create a new board council on the SharePoint site, how to publish a meeting on the SharePoint site, and how to navigate in the agenda and use the functionality in the iPad app. In the first 3 steps, the activities are handled by the board secretary. In the last step, we show you how the user interface and the functionality are for the end users on the iPad app. This demo does not cover prerequisites, namely the installation of 360 paperless meeting software on the SharePoint site and downloading and configuring the app from the App Store. Please see separate information in our how-to document for these issues. Let's look at Step 1. In Step 1, the board secretary prepares a new meeting as usual in 360 or another ESDH system. When the meeting is ready to be distributed to the board members, the secretary selects Functions in the 360 main menu and then Export to 360 Paperless Meetings for iPad. This menu item is only displayed for the role Board Secretary and brings the board secretary over to a search view. In the search view, we will fill the Start Date field with the meeting date and then select Search. The meeting is now shown in the result list. Select your meeting and end the search with OK. This will start an export of the meeting data, including all the files from 360. If you are familiar with the 360 integration with OneNote, you will see that this search view is the same for both solutions. And not only the search view, but also the XML file is exactly the same for both solutions. The XML files are now stored on the user's computer. Here is what the end part of the path will look like, where the user is equal to the specific board secretary who does the export operation. In Step 2, we will create a new board on the SharePoint site. First, select Site Settings and then Create New Council Site in the group Site Collection Administration. In the next dialog, write the name of the board in the title field. In this example, we will use the title East Contoso. Repeat the name in the URL name field. Select OK. You've now created a new board site on the 360 Paperless Meetings SharePoint site. The board name is shown in the main line on the site. This operation is performed only when no meetings have been published from this board earlier. In Step 3, we will publish the meeting on the SharePoint site. The process is quite easy and consists of 5 steps. In Step 1, find and select the board which has a new meeting to publish, and open the library Publication Data in the left-hand menu. Step 2, create a new folder and give it a name, for example, the meeting date. In the new folder, select Upload Multiple Documents. In the dialog, drag and drop the folder just created. Then in the catalog where the files are stored, find the XML file. Right-click on the file and select Publish Meeting in the menu. Step 5, select the publication log for verification information about completed publishing. The publishing job will take some time, depending on how many cases and documents there are on the agenda. It's a matter of seconds. Now the board secretary has finished her job. We will now show you the functionality in the iPad app. Now we're ready to read the documents on the iPad. So first of all, activate the 360 eMeetings app by touching the 360 eMeetings icon. The first screen the user is presented with is an overview of all published meetings for each of the board's councils. You navigate between the boards with help of the circles in the middle of the screen. The meetings can also be presented as a list shown in this view. We also have plans for implementation of a wheel for organization and structuring of the meetings on the desktop. This is illustrated in the bottom right corner. Now let's activate the meeting from December 15th by touching the date. You will now see the agenda with all the board cases. To see details for one of the cases, just touch the plus symbol next to it. All the documents for this case are then shown, and the next step will be to touch one of the documents to read it. Now you can read the document. You scroll up and down just by touching the screen, and can zoom in and out with 2 fingers by pulling the document. You read the documents online from the SharePoint site. If you want to have a copy of part of the document available offline, this is also possible. Just touch the icon in the upper right corner and select one of the programs in the list. The content of the list depends on which program you have downloaded to the iPad. Now you have seen the functionality in the 360 4.1 Service Pack 2 release of the app. If you stand on a .docx file, the list will show programs that support this file type. Now you have seen the functionality in the 360 4.1 Service Pack 2 release of the app.